Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Check the Credits, where we review garbage records by legends of the industry so that you don't have to. Head over to check-thecredits.com, where you'll find links to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as links to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Podbean, or wherever you enjoy your podcasts. We are your hosts, Michael Green and John Smeaton. Johnny, how you going?
Good. Sharon.
Oh, how are you, man? Everything okay?
Everything's good. Everything's good. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm rocking.
So I put together a skit
Ooh.
to introduce the artists that we're tackling this week. Are you excited about
I'm
hearing this?
excited.
All
I
right.
can't wait to hear this.
Here we go. Right. Well, thank you so much for coming, and we'll let you know once we've made a decision. Okay? Yeah, take care now. Alice, can you send in the next interview, please? Hi there. Please have a seat, Mr. Osbourne. Thank you for coming in. My name is Mr. Stanley, but you can call me Norman. Can I call you John?
My mother called me Ozzy.
Ozzy. Fair enough, Ozzy. Well, I guess my first question is, how did you hear about the position? You don't need to be nervous. Just relax.
Okay.
Why don't you just tell me why you're interested in working for us?
Sharon.
I'm actually not understanding much of your. You know what? Why don't we just start super basic? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So this morning, I could have planned the abuse of my drugs and the last 50 years as a singer,
I'm sorry, a singer. You're a singer. Well, that's great. We love music
Crazy,
around here. Oh,
but that's how it goes.
okay.
Millions of people living as foes.
That's a little unorthodox, but
Maybe
okay.
it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate.
Wow. You know, I actually understood every word you were. Okay, there's more. Did you get the harmony? You know, that's great, Mr. Osbourne. If we could actually just get back to the interview. You know what? No? I think we should just call it, you know? You know, I think we're just... Thanks for coming in. I think... Oh, gosh.
That just isn't fair.
Alice, can you please call security? Mr. Osbourne? Mr. Osbourne. Ozzy? Ozzy. John? Are you listening? We're calling security, okay? John, are you listening?
That was so good. That was great.
Oh, so if you haven't guessed by now, we are obviously tackling the one and only, the legendary John Michael Ozzy Osbourne.
Woo. Surrey.
That wasn't very encouraging. Is this the first time you're hearing this record?
This record, yes.
The Ultimate Sin.
The Ultimate Sin.
Yeah.
And
So tell me about Ozzy in your life.
Ozzy in my life.
Yeah.
I think I first heard Ozzy when I was in grade 3.
Grade 3?
Grade 3. I don't know.
You going deep with Oz.
I don't know how old I was, but funny story. There was this kid in my class. His name was Eric, and he always wore these really cool shirts, like Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And you know,
I thought you said cool. I'm kidding. I love Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, and you know, and I saw he was wearing this not Sabbath, but Ozzy Osbourne shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you know, what is that? And you know, he's like, oh, it's Ozzy Osbourne. You don't know who Ozzy Osbourne is? I'm like, no. So anyway, I went home and I asked my dad about it, and he's like, oh yeah, I got lots of his stuff. So that's how I got started.
That's
on
cool.
it.
How old are you in grade 3? What is that? Are you 7, 8 in grade 3?
8, I think, 8 or 9
Ish? Yeah. Dude, Ozzy and I, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to Ozzy. I grew up listening to Sabbath, so I love Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh yeah.
When the Osbournes came out,
Oh,
I loved that show.
We used to
laughed-
watch it together.
Yeah, we used to watch it. I loved that show. I laughed my ass off. So I've always followed Ozzy musically with the reunions with Sabbath and stuff, the album 13 and all these things. So I've always sort of kept track on Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh yeah.
So what year is this thing coming out?
This thing came out in 1986.
1986.
Dude.
How old were you in 1986?
86? I must have been at least 9.
Yeah.
8 or 9.
I was like 28 in 1986.
28 months. But I've got some stories for you from 1986 if
Lay
you'd
it on
like
me.
to hear them.
I can't wait.
Some interesting stuff here.
Go, go, go.
Okay. Number 1, this is in no particular order, people. So Nintendo launches the NES in North America
What?
in 1986.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did I think that was like a 90s thing?
No, it
Jeez.
it went like nationally to all North America.
Okay.
In 86. So over the span of NES, it sold like 62 million units.
Holy cow. Now, that's like Duck Hunt Super Mario?
Yeah.
1986?
1986.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Number 2, we have the Space Shuttle Challenger the disaster.
Oh, 1986.
1986.
Yeah. Jeez.
It was on January 28th. It exploded exactly 73 seconds after liftoff.
Jeez, man.
At killing all 7 passengers. I was actually at school when it happened. I went
Yeah?
home for lunch.
Okay.
And then it happened.
You were in walking distance of your house?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, dude, they were playing it I was in grade 4.
Yeah.
I was in grade 4 when that happened. And they played it like on TV, all day
Yeah.
at our school.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was pretty crazy. The Chernobyl disaster.
That was
The
86
reactor.
too.
Yeah. That
Holy
happened
crap.
April 26th. So 31 people died like directly, like in the explosion.
Immediately? Yeah.
And then 237 people died over 3 months of acute radiation syndrome or sickness, sorry. And 116,000 people were evacuated.
No, you still
It's
can't
like
go there, right?
No, I don't think so. They actually, it's in a sarcophagus right now, like a concrete sarcophagus.
For real?
Yeah, so that no more radiation gets out. I'm sure it still is.
Yeah. I've been meaning to watch that show. Was it HBO that did? I think it was HBO did Chernobyl. I still haven't seen it because I don't have HBO, but it's out on like Blu-ray or DVD now.
Oh, yeah?
It's tempting to. I heard it's incredible.
I have
It's
to
a great
check it
show.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
September 8th, Oprah Winfrey Show gets nationally syndicated.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Oprah, Miley Cyrus.
You get a car.
You get
Get a car. We all get cars.
Tom Cruise.
The Russians launched the Mir space station.
The what?
February. The Mir space
The
station.
Mirror?
It's the MIR, Mir
Oh,
space station.
Mir. Okay.
Yeah. They first put the module, like the actual main part of it, and then over time built it. I think it was completed in 2004 completely.
Wow.
I think it was.
That's crazy.
And also, Mike Tyson becomes the youngest heavyweight champion
19?
on November 22nd
Is that what it was?
at just 20 years old.
20.
He was 20. He knocked out 33-year-old Trevor Berbick.
Yep.
This is a good one. Geraldo Rivera opens Al Capone's vault only to find a stop sign and 2 bottles of empty gin. Dude, it was live on TV.
Oh, no.
It was live.
Oh,
You should have seen his face.
Was
man.
his career affected by that?
Well, he had to sing some song. He's supposed to sing a song to everybody. Like,
Okay.
He's like, oh, Chicago. And then he's like, yeah, I'm out of here. Just walked off. Yeah.
Going back to the Tyson thing. Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
I was listening to Tom Papa was a guest on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And they were talking about Tyson. And Tyson released a video of him training, like now. So he's got like gray in his beard and shit, but he looks like a beast, dude.
Is he coming back? Is he going to?
That's what he said.
Wow.
So he looks at the camera after he's sparring and just hitting the shit out of these pads, and he goes, I'm back, with his little wimpy voice. But oh my gosh, dude, he looked savage. So now you got like Holyfield and all these guys coming out now going, maybe I'll start training. So maybe these guys are going to come back and go for it. Dude, he looked mean. And especially after all these last few years of Tyson going like, I don't really want to do this anymore. Like the tiger isn't, he doesn't have the fire anymore, but something's pissed him off because he looked amazing in this video.
Oh man.
You got to check it out. It's on his Instagram, Mike Tyson.
April 25th, Arnold Schwarzenegger marries Maria Shriver
1986.
in Hyannis, Massachusetts.
Now that was, is Predator coming out around then too, right? Doesn't he have the Predator haircut in those wedding photos?
Yeah, I
stupid
believe
flat
so.
top thing?
Yeah. The 80s.
Predator still.
We all know how his marriage ended. So.
Yeah. I don't have any Arnold drops.
Do it. Can you imagine Ernie in bed? Do it. January 20th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is celebrated for the first time. It all started back in 86.
Yeah, that's great, man.
January 23rd, the first ever musicians are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's not that old then.
I have a list of the names here.
Oh,
you got
cool.
Chuck Berry, James Brown, Ray Charles, Fats Domino, Sam Cooke, the Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, and Elvis Presley.
Wow.
Yeah. It's quite a list.
All in the same year.
All in the same year.
Dang. So they just went retroactively and went,
yeah,
we should give these guys their due.
So 86 was really good for films. Like insane.
Yep.
So I've got the top 5 and then I just added some other
Like at the
ones,
at the box office?
the top 5 at the box office, and then I threw in some other ones that get some mentions. So number 1 was Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got some.
Yes. And lots of money.
That's Tom Cruise.
Number 2 was Crocodile Dundee.
Oh my god!
Remember that movie, man?
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's so
good.
Number 3, The Karate Kid Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Isn't the first one the only decent one? I haven't seen Part 2 in forever.
Yeah, I only liked so number 4 was Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh my gosh!
I never even saw that movie.
Yeah,
but I guess it did well.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Number 5 was Aliens.
That was number 5?
Yeah.
Dude, that movie was amazing. Is that the best one? Do you like it over Alien? Because those are the 2 best ones.
Yeah, I do. I like the second one.
Alien is like this slow horror
Yeah.
almost. And then the second one's like a straight up
yeah.
action flick. But Bill Paxton, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's game over, man. Hudson, so good.
So I've got my honorable mentions here. Rocky 4 came out in 86.
Rocky 4. You know, it's a pile. When was the last time you watched Rocky 4?
You didn't like it?
It is, well, it's not good anymore. When I was a kid, it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
But I've watched Rocky 4 probably within the last year or 18 months. It is not good. It's so bad. That's why Steven Crowder spoofs it when he's when he's driving around in his car. That's what happens. Stallone goes off and listens to like a Survivor song or something while he's driving in his car. It's so bad.
Another one that came out in 86 was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah.
Great movie.
The Fly.
Holy crap.
With Jeff
Goldblum. Yeah.
That movie was creepy, man.
It is creepy. Was Back to the Future 86?
No, that was 85.
85.
Yeah.
Ooh, we'll be doing 1985 next week.
That was a top film. I know that much.
Yeah.
There was Short Circuit. Remember that movie?
What?
Johnny Five is alive.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
Steve Guttenberg, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Money Pit
Great
with
movie.
Tom Hanks.
Dude.
That was a good movie.
This is a recent memory, too. I can't believe you're saying Money Pit. That scene where the bathtub falls through the floor and Tom Hanks just has his laughing fit and he sounds like a donkey. I watched that with the kids because you can find anything on YouTube, and we just cry. Tom Hanks used to be so damn funny.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got to that moment now. We're at the top 10 songs of 1986. Are you ready, Mike? Are you ready?
1986?
1986. Man.
Okay.
You'd be surprised.
Oh. You think I'm going to do well?
You might.
Okay. Let's give it a shot.
Well, the thing is that this is the stuff my dad will listen to, like on the radio.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
So, here we go. At number 10, Robert Palmer.
Oh, is it Addicted to Love?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, all right. 1 for 1.
So, we got Mr. Mr.
Dude, I don't know.
Kyrie? No.
You're
Not ringing a bell.
telling me. Kiri Kyrie?
No, it's Kyrie. It's
How do you
spelled
spell it?
Kyrie. Kyrie. I think it's Kyrie.
I don't know about that.
Stoodly dude. At number 8, we have Survivor.
Oh, well, that's got to be Eye of the Tiger, right?
No, it's not.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay. No, Eye of the Tiger's from Rocky 3. That's like 82, I think. 86 Survivor? Is it like I Won't Hold Back or something?
No, it's Burning Heart.
Burning Heart. Shit. Yeah, because that's the one that's on Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Damn it, Carl. Is that the one he's playing when he's driving around?
I don't remember.
It's so bad because he's like reminiscing, but reminiscing of like Dolph Lundgren killing Apollo Creed, like a scene we just watched 6 minutes earlier. And what he's remembering is the pro shot movie footage. Do you ever notice that? Like when in movies when they reminisce, they just show scenes that we saw as the viewer. Why don't they show their POV of it?
Guess it must have been cheaper.
Why don't they show him in the crowd like throwing the towel through his eyes? I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely cheaper for sure. All right,
number
sorry.
7.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy.
Party All the Time?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
Do you remember when Eddie Murphy put out an album?
Yeah.
So good. Party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Number 6.
I was boning a lady inside.
Number 6, I'm sorry.
Number 6, we have Whitney Houston.
Early Whitney. Gosh, she was so beautiful in 86. Man, you're going to tell me and I'm going to be pissed at myself.
How will I know?
Yeah.
Yep. How will I know?
Great song.
Number 5, Mr. Mister again.
Oh, eat a dick. Dude, I don't know any Mr. songs. What's the song
Broken
called?
Wings?
Can you sing?
Broken Rings. Remember that song?
No.
No?
Maybe if you put it on, I'd be like, okay, I kind of recognize it, but no, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So number 4.
Mr. Mister was crushing it in 86.
I know.
What the crap?
Number 4, we got Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald is he from the Doobie Brothers, right? That's that guy? He's got a bad voice. Doesn't he sing like that? I don't know how accurate that was. I don't know, dude.
It was a song called On My Own.
No.
No.
Do you know it?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Right.
Number 3, Climax.
What?
Spelled with a K.
No, it's not.
KLYMAXX.
Climax at number 3?
Yeah.
They beat Survivor?
They beat Survivor.
Okay, go. Who is this?
I Miss You. I don't even know the song. I don't even know.
You didn't look it up
I
to see?
don't even know who the hell Climax is.
Never heard of them. They had the number 3 song
Number 3.
in 1986. Okay.
Number 2, you'll get this one.
Okay.
Lionel Richie.
Shoot.
No.
So hello?
No.
I got nothing.
Say you Say Me. Remember that song?
No.
Man? Yeah.
That's Lionel Richie?
That's Lionel Richie.
All right. Thought it was Hall & Oates.
And number one.
Number 1, 1986.
So it's Dion and Friends. So with Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, Elton John, and Stevie Wonder.
Oh. So it must have been like a charity thing.
Oh, for sure.
It wasn't like an Ebony and Ivory thing. He did that with Paul, but
No.
Paul McCartney. Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know.
That's what friends are for. Remember that?
Yes, I do. Oh, my gosh.
So terrible.
Dude, that was fun.
86 was a good year.
86 was a great year. Those movies.
Oh, I know.
Dude. I want to watch every single one of them. All right, 1986. So how you feeling, man? Feeling good?
Feeling loose.
Your brain must be feeling okay because you didn't have to go through the billboard. So how do you feel about checking the credits?
I'm down, man.
I think that's going to be my
man.
my check the credits drop from now on. So good. So, Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin. This is Ozzy's 4th studio album, released in February of 1986, eventually reissued on compact disc. Now that's a CD. In 1995. It is the only available CD you can find. So when they released those reissues in the early 2000s, this was the only album not included. No official reason has been given.
We know.
Yeah,
We know.
This is the second and last album to feature lead guitarist Jake E. Lee, who took over after the untimely death of Randy Rhoads in 1982.
Yeah.
So after Randy had passed away, they put out an album called I think it was called like Speak of the Devil, and it was a live thing. It was like a contractual obligation that he had to do Sabbath tunes.
Yep.
And the guitar player on that was a guy named Brad Gillis, who played with Night Ranger. Night Ranger's not a band I'm really into, but Brad Gillis, like if you watch any of that live footage, like he was emulating the Randy Rhoads stuff like really well. The guy's a monster guitar player. So this is also the first album to feature drummer Randy Castillo and bassist Phil Soussan. Randy Castillo actually died not that long ago.
Did Gillis the drummer do any records after this one?
Brad Gillis, the guitar player?
Or the drummer, Castillo.
Oh, yeah. No. Randy Castillo did this one. He did No Rest for the Wicked.
Okay.
He did No More Tears. And then, I think the live and loud thing. But by the time they did Osmosis in 95, there was a different drummer, Dean Castronovo from Journey fame.
Oh.
Actually, by the time he played on the Ozzy album, I don't even know if he was in Journey yet, but Phil Soussan was the bass player who co-wrote the album's first single, Shot in the Dark. So at the time of its release, this was Osbourne's highest charting studio album, as heavy metal was enjoying a huge surge in popularity during the mid-'80s.
Wow.
So yeah, it was competing with your White Snakes, your Rat, and all that shite. The album sold over 2 million copies worldwide back in 1986, so who knows what it's sold by now. So, the previous year, Ozzy had returned from the Betty Ford Center for Substance Abuse and was presented with a huge amount of music written by guitarist Jake E. Lee. After being cheated out of his writing-publishing claims for Osbourne's previous record, Bark at the Moon, Lee said he refused to write anything until he had a fair contract in front of him guaranteeing his writing credit and publishing rights.
Mm-hmm. So it didn't go so well right from the start.
It sounds like there was some issues right off the bat.
Yeah.
The lyrics were written largely by longtime Ozzy bassist and lyricist Bob Daisley. Daisley left the band prior to recording after having a disagreement with Osbourne, forcing the hiring of a then unknown Phil Soussan. Daisley was not credited for his songwriting contributions on the initial pressing of the album.
Ooh.
Although this was corrected on subsequent pressings. Dude, that's just some politics and legal bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, necessarily why. I guess we can get into this later, but it seems like it doesn't matter.
I guess a record was supposed to be called something else too. It was called
Killer of Giants,
Killer
right?
of Giants,
Yeah.
and then Ozzy changed it like last minute.
Yeah. After the conclusion of the tour, guitarist Lee was unexpectedly fired by Ozzy's wife and manager, Sharon.
Yeah.
So the reason for this dismissal has never been revealed. So Ozzy and Sharon have never officially talked about it, and Lee is still, all these years later, pretty confused. So although, which album was it? It might have been for Scream, Ozzy's second last or third last album, that he was trying to reach out to Jake E. Lee about possibly writing with him again. Mm-hmm. And then Lee was like, yeah, as long as we fix all that publishing stuff from back in the day. And then that was it.
Ozzy's like, well, that's
Never,
not happening.
yeah, never happened. Put the kibosh on that. So, despite its commercial success, Ozzy cites this record as his worst, saying, quote, if there was ever an album I'd like to redo and remix, it would be The Ultimate Sin. So we can go through the producer credits. Producer credits go to Ron Nevison, a legendary producer and engineer who engineered Bad Company's first 3 records, Physical Graffiti from Zeppelin, a freaking masterpiece, and Quadrophenia by The Who.
Wow.
Now, much of Ozzy's problems that he has with this album, he blames on Ron Nevison.
Yeah,
for
I
saying,
saw that.
quote, he didn't really do a great production job. The songs weren't bad. They were just put down weird. Everything felt and sounded the same. There was no imagination. So,
Whose fault is that?
yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it seems like Sharon probably, like, if you watched any of the videos from this era, like, she was dressing him up in, like, all this glam shit, and his hair was all teased. And I know it was 1986, but it was freaking Ozzy, man. Prince of Darkness. He didn't look too, satanic, dressed like an idiot.
Was Sharon like the Yoko Ono to...
Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, she obviously wasn't there in the Sabbath
Ozzy.
days and didn't help him get fired from Sabbath or break up the Black Sabbath or anything, but she was definitely in control.
Yeah.
And if he was always drugged up and drunk and whatever, she was obviously the one who needed to sort of steer the ship.
Even to this day.
So to speak. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it's not. I think he's off all that stuff now.
Well, he's in his 70s now.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the new record, Ordinary Man? It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really great. I didn't care for the track he did with Post Malone.
I didn't like that either.
I didn't like that song. If it would have been a good song, fair enough, but I didn't like the song.
The record was great though.
Record is really good.
Dude, the riffs though.
On this?
No, the riffs on
Ordinary Man?
on Ordinary Man were just so good.
Yeah, I like the record. I like the record all my life. Little Green Men. I like that song.
Like, you listen to that compared to what we're about to talk about. It's like, whew, man.
Wow.
I get it.
You know what? It's interesting because we'll get into YouTube comments eventually, but like people defend this record. Like they are hardcore Jake E. Lee and Ultimate Sin fans.
I saw on Google 95% of people like this record.
Yeah.
95%.
Yeah. Yeah, that's high.
That's I don't know how many people they polled, but
Yeah, I know. How do you even trust polls?
95%.
Yeah. So how do you feel, man? You feel like going through this freaking track-by-track review?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do it. So the first song up is the title cut, The Ultimate Sin.
Hey there. If you want to listen to this clip, you're going to have to go download the album. If you dare. It's pretty shitty. Hence the purpose of this podcast. Anyway, back to the show.
Yeah. So all tracks are credited to Bob Daisley, Jake E. Lee, and Ozzy Osbourne. This was the second of only 2 singles released from the record.
Someone has been in my room and taken my beers away from my room.
I don't think so, darling. Who would do that?
Dude, that's my favorite part. This part.
Oh, Ozzy. Poor man.
Oh, poor Ozzy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you listen to The Ultimate Sin, it's kind of what the record sounds like.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the songs afterwards don't really deviate from this formula very much. So I don't know, man. What do you think?
I thought it was like generic and boring, man. I really did. The whole song, it just...
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
like taking it. Oh my god, because I have a formula. It's like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then something like that.
Like the opening riff was it's okay.
Yeah, it was kind of that 80s riffage,
And
right?
I'm like, okay,
you know, I like Jake E. Lee, and I've actually got a clip of Ozzy saying nice things about Jake E. Lee, and recently, like 2018.
Then I met Jake E. Lee, was a great guitar player. Still is.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, there seems to be all like this bad blood and everything, but even recently, Ozzy's reached out to Jake E. Lee about maybe possibly writing, but there's just so much contractual legal bullshit. Like, they really burned him. It seems like there's lots of YouTube footage of Jake E. Lee playing nowadays in like kind of like a bar band. Like, he's this obviously overqualified guitar player, but his band is shit. The singer's garbage and everything, but it's like he probably wouldn't be in that position if he'd gotten the money that was deserved of him. Like, this album went on to do really well. Bark at the Moon was a huge hit, plus the tours. So you've got those royalties, the mechanical royalties, the performing royalties, and all these things. And if he was getting short-handed with the money, dude, that's the kind of bad blood that doesn't really
go away.
Doesn't really go away. So let's head over to YouTube, and I've got Rebel Nick. 1 month ago says, Ozzy Osbourne's greatest album. Can't, nay, won't skip a song.
My wife just tells me as it is. She goes,
So the game I was going to play was you would have to decipher what Ozzy's saying for each drop I do. You going to do it? You gonna?
I'll try.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Angel Salvador Valette Paris Jr.
Oh, wow.
6 months ago says, I'm the only one in the whole wide world with Morningstar Son of Evil Tattoo 666.
I believe it was fate that brought us together.
I believe it was a fight that brought us together.
Fate.
Fate.
You did well. Dude, I was playing these for my wife, and she was like, not a word.
Dude, I'm from Newfoundland. Like, they... Their accents are terrible.
Oh, Test Rabbit 2 months ago says, BTW, I've loved this song since I first heard it. Thanks for good music, bro. Even if I'm going to hell, thanks for that.
Carry on. Get up to my go again, you son.
No, I couldn't get that.
Okay, one more time.
Carry on. Get up to my go again, you son.
Carry on. Oh, the rest of it's like mumbled.
Oh, gosh.
Do you know what he's saying?
I don't know. It sounds like he's saying about his garden.
Carry on. Get up to my go again, you son.
My garden center? Walmart Garden Center? David Goyman 1 year ago says, did anyone else notice that the dragon in the cover photo looks like Hillary Clinton?
It kind of does.
I don't so much think of myself as a singer, co-writer, so much a receiver.
Dude. I no. I
No,
can't get
nothing?
that.
Okay. Let's go to the next song. This is called Secret Loser. So this song was featured in the Charlie Sheen movie, The Wraith.
Are you serious?
Did you ever see that movie?
No.
I found the trailer on YouTube. It looks like dope. Like bad dope. Like really shit and cult, like classic, but it looks so bad.
This song
was in it.
Wow.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen was in it. Woo. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I did not care for this song at all.
I wrote sucks twice. So that's got to say something.
I don't know.
The solo is really long.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I got like glimpses of like Van Halen, like just the stupid.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Halen.
Oh, yeah, the era.
Eddie, Eddie would have been king at the time.
Yeah.
So actually, there's always like this argument, which is not fair, but like Randy Rhoads or Eddie Van Halen. Right?
Yeah.
And if Randy hadn't unfortunately passed away, what would have been the whatever? But
Did you read the story how he died? I didn't even know how he died.
Yeah.
Dude.
I know. Totally avoidable.
Yeah.
Completely
Let's
avoidable.
just buzz this bus.
Yeah. And I mean, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman are amazing records.
Yeah.
Ozzy put out some great material with those guys, and it's a real shame. So I can see, like you mentioned, like guitar solos and stuff. You know, Jakey Lee had some shoes to fill.
Yeah.
You know, Randy Rhoads was a monster guitar player. So, I mean, he's obviously trying to find his own identity. At the same time, you're stuck sort of staying in this in this niche that everybody's going to want to hear and compare you to Randy Rhoads. So, I mean, that like a lot of the YouTube comments were definitely defending Jakey Lee and that he did a stand-up job.
Yeah.
You know, he basically, you know, saved Ozzy's ass. You know, without these great guitar players and songwriters, Ozzy's a little lost.
Can he even play an instrument?
No.
No?
No.
Wow.
No. And in Sabbath, he didn't write the lyrics. Geezer Butler did. Oh. So he's a melody guy. So he would get like the words to a lesser degree of what Elton does. Like Elton John gets Bernie's lyrics, but he sits at a piano, right?
Yeah.
And puts it together. Ozzy just has the lyrics and he'll come up with melodies, which is important.
Yeah.
It is important. I mean, Sabbath were grimy, grungy, sludgy.
Yeah.
But they were melodic because of Ozzy. Secret Loser. No, didn't like it. So let's go to YouTube. Chris, 3 years ago.
Uh-oh.
The fact that I am a loser is not a secret. LOL.
Who the fuck's Justin Bieber?
Who the fuck is
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber? Okay. I got that one.
Carolyn Jones, 1 year ago. Hey, Ozzy, I have loved this song ever since I heard it on the soundtrack of the 80s movie, The Wraith. Every once in a while, I get nostalgic for that era. Well done, Ozzy. Have a great weekend.
Well, it's like... Oh, that's a good question, actually. I'm stumped.
I guess that comment was from a Friday.
Right? Friday night. Also, Carolyn is like, well, Ozzy's probably going to read this. I better let him know.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
man, you know what? Have a good weekend, Oz. Tony Urkuzia, 3 years ago, says, Dodge MS4 2.2 inline 4-cylinder oil-cooled twin-turbo fastest prototype of the 80s. Goes top speed 190. If it was on the market, not a prototype, it'd still be the fastest car on the road.
I've been doing it 50 years, and it's like the only thing that I know what to do.
Oh, man.
No?
No.
All right, the next song is Never Know Why.
How did Sharon do it, man?
Now he's saying, you never know why we rock?
That was so
Is
terrible.
that the lyric?
You'd have to play it again. It's terrible. It's just absolute nonsense.
When a man works hard all his life and dorks hundreds of ladies, many of whom he don't even remember, you like to think that at the end of the day, he will be given a lot of money without having to earn it.
That's a little rando, but I love ladies, man. Never know why. Yeah, I
didn't like it. The chorus is so bad.
It's so bad. I never know why we rock. You'll never know why we rock.
It just doesn't sound like. It just doesn't sound like Ozzy, man.
No,
They would sing that type of.
Joey Brown. We rock. Joey Brown 7 months ago says, if you don't listen to Ozzy, then you'll never know why we rock.
Oh boy.
So how about I come over there and go to town on your money and on your ass?
Nathan Chalmers 4 months ago says, I'm 2 years old and this rocks.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Little Rip 10 months ago says, when this came out, I was staying on the Outer Banks NC and took a hit of blue microdot, and I rode up and down the beach road all night in my truck tripping balls with this tape playing over and over till the sun came up.
What?
Dude, I got some Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so good. Oh, gosh. Next up is Thank God for the Bomb.
Nukia.
The 80s, mate. The 80s.
Oh.
Then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. It's like, whoa, maybe I'm wrong.
No? All right, one more time. Here you go.
Then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. It's like, whoa, maybe I'm wrong.
No.
I didn't like this song.
He's like on another level, man. With
Yeah.
the dialect.
I did not like this song.
No, it was terrible.
You'll know this one.
The tits.
The tits? The tits?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were going through the work that Sharon's had done, to try and keep their youth. So liposuction and, her face, her chin, her nose and stuff. And then Ozzy goes,
The tits.
like, don't forget, Sharon.
The tits.
Thank God for the bomb.
Thank God for the bomb.
Nukia.
Didn't care for it.
No.
Okay, YouTube. Matthew
bad.
Hill, 3 years ago, says, I had a rash from getting frisky in the woods. Thank God for the bomb.
I said, well, fuck off then.
You might as well fuck off then.
Jesse Cantu, 2 years ago, says, from Ozzy Osbourne's fourth studio album, the ending of the song, Thank G for the Bomb, with the explosion sound effect, makes me think of massive assaults, and sometimes exploding bombs in buildings. That is how kick buttocks this track is, especially with the glam metal / heavy metal hit with the fast tempo.
Thank God for the bomb.
You've done it now, Ozzy.
Joe Bob, 1 year ago, says, I wish that we could have more people like Ozzy and less people like Justin Bieber. Poor Biebs.
Who the fuck Justin Bieber?
Charles Gary, 2 years ago, says, nice. Keep it up.
Oh, that's a beaut. The beaut, Clark, a beaut.
No more frequent flyer bitch miles from my boy.
From my boy.
My boy.
Next song is called Never.
No, I didn't know, but I don't listen to the charts. I've been doing it 50 years. I don't rush out and buy the latest top 10.
You get it?
No.
You didn't get anything?
I didn't get nothing from
All right.
that.
A very Randy Rhoads riff, I thought.
I like the song.
You did?
I did like this song.
Oh, no.
I did.
John,
Yeah.
I'm losing you.
I did like this one.
What happened?
I was. If something comes to me,
No.
Something comes to me.
Yeah.
we're gonna, hopefully it's the start of a good long relationship.
Oh my goodness. There's no way. That was terrible.
One more time.
We're gonna, hopefully it's the start of a good long relationship.
Start a good long relationship?
Hey, nice job, dude.
Really?
Yeah, that was it. You got
Wow.
it. Johnny's
There we go.
the Aussie decipherer. Nice work, dude.
Well, he was dyslexic.
Okay, well, talk about this song because I didn't care for it, so you go.
I liked it. I like the solo started out good, and then it kind of, got boring.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
It reminded me of Randy Rhoads a bit, but that's about it.
I liked it. I like
That's
going through the entire album. It's like
This one stuck out.
the ones before weren't very good. So
Yeah, that's cool.
this one stuck out to me.
Cool, man. Well, let's see what Dean Pallant 2 years ago has to say. Jake E. Lee is up there with the best. I first heard this album in 1986 when I was 13. 32 years later, guess what? Awesome music I'm still listening to. Yep, the ultimate sin. This album is mint. Keep it real, brothers and sisters. You know who you are.
It is the fault of the wang. I should cut this thing off.
You're not gonna cut it off.
I know. That's the craziest thing I've ever thought of.
Oh man.
Drunk from Hell 3 months ago says, amazing album. I think it was the last album I bought. 1986.
Holy cow.
He hasn't purchased anything since.
Plastic. I'm incredibly busy, so why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass?
And in 1986, Tom Cruise had the top movie with Top Gun.
Yeah.
And there he is there. That's awesome.
Take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Have you ever heard him talk like that? Dude, I was so shocked that was Tom Cruise. The one and only Sarah, 9 months ago. Ozzy Osbourne is so hot. I've been in love since I was a preteen. Seen him twice, but it's not enough. I want to talk to him. Maybe in 2 years? I'm saving up.
Oh man. Was this
But you can't always have it your way.
That was disturbing, man.
Ozzy's not someone I would look at as like hot.
No.
He's not like ugly. You know what I mean? Like he's not an ugly guy. He's not like Rick Ocasek from the Cars, right? That dude was rough. But Ozzy's not like hot, right?
No.
Okay. The next song is called Lightning Strikes.
The models today look like they need a good sandwich, you know.
Main riff reminded me of Crazy Train. I thought it was a great guitar solo too, but it's a dumb lyric. It's a dumb lyric.
That chorus is so bad.
Rocking all night until the lightning strikes. Good grief, dude. Jeez. See? Don't forget. Don't forget what he was.
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm out.
I'm out. I didn't like it.
Okay,
It was
cool.
terrible.
Kim Kelly 1 year ago says, 58 years old, I still listen to Ozzy Osbourne. This senior citizen rocks.
I thought, great, I got breath in my lungs, I can still see. I don't need a walking stick yet, and I haven't got a colostomy bag quite yet.
That was really long. No.
You didn't get any of it?
I got some of it.
What'd you get?
Something about a walking stick.
Correct.
Something about his breath.
Correct.
And that's it. That's all I got. That's it.
He said colostomy bag.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Colostomy bag?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ruth Venable, 4 months ago. 1986. And this broad's on YouTube 4 months ago saying, I love the sound of that guitar at the very beginning of the song. And then how it repeats that same guitar solo throughout the whole song. And of course, I love the sound of those drums. The guitar solo reminds me of something my father would have come up with a long time ago in his music playing years when he was a young man. And some of the lyrics also reminds me of something he would have came up with.
Someone has been in my room and taken my beers away from my room.
I don't think so, darling. Who would do that?
Oh, jeez. Ken, actually, that reminds me. Some of the things that this Ruth Brown was saying. I didn't care for the sound of this record.
No, it's
now
terrible.
even for 1986.
No,
I didn't like the drum sound. Actually, I did. I think Ozzy's complaints, retroactively thinking of like Ron Nevison kind of being his fault, sonically speaking, the album. It's not a great sounding record.
No, not sonically.
No,
it all sounds the same to me.
Yeah, and I guess it's not like you needed to have a different sounding guitar for every track or whatever. But like, why did the Randy Rose records sound so dynamic? They didn't sound like it was just the same riff over and over again. This sounds like it's kind of a similar riff over and over again. And like you said, like Never kind of stands out as a bit more of a. But Ken 5423 5 months ago.
Ooh.
Ozzy's biggest mistake was firing Jake. But then again, Sharon runs the show, and Ozzy even back then was so stupid to even tie his own shoelaces.
You've done it now, Ozzy.
You've done it now, Ozzy.
Hey, you got one.
Hey, yo.
Are you excited about the next song?
Which one is it?
Killer of
Killer of
Giants.
Giants. Not really.
You're not? Okay. Well, you have no choice. So this was the working title of the record until Ozzy changed it, I guess, at the last minute. So...
Yeah.
I thought the song was really, really cheesy.
What?
It just...
What?
I thought it was really cheesy. It's like one of those, like, you know, holding hand songs type deal.
Uh-huh.
That's what I got out of it.
It's just a different formula than what I do. So I go, it's worth a try.
The song just goes from bad to worse.
It's a bad song.
So many albums over the years I've gone, why didn't I change that? It pokes me in the eye if I don't change.
No? All right.
I got some out of it, but it's just connecting the words.
Because he does the grunts in between,
Yeah,
right?
he pauses.
Yeah, there's a lot of grunts in between the songs.
Yeah.
So,
Killer Giant.
Killer Giant. I didn't like it. Dusty Schneider 4 years ago says, Ozzy always puts it straight. War sucks.
Come on.
I believe it was fate that brought us together.
That's easy.
The fight that brought us together.
Yeah, fate. I think you got that one already.
Oh yeah.
Blade. You forgot
Fate.
though. Blade Osbourne. Blade. 1 month ago. Laying in bed so hungover that I want to cry, and listening to this helps a little.
I mean, what I've always had a problem with is like saying, trusting someone you don't know with what.
No, nothing. Jody Johnson, 11 months ago, says, "You're beautiful in my heart. I would never start a war in my heart. You're beautiful and wonderful."
But, hopefully it's the start of a good long relationship.
Nothing?
No.
All right. So let's go to the next song. This is called Fool Like You. Yeah. I actually remember this song. It wasn't a single, but I at one point owned every Ozzy album like on cassette tape and stuff.
Did you
when
like
I was
this
a
song?
kid? So yeah,
You liked it, yeah?
I didn't mind that kind of harmonic riff in the
I didn't
intro.
like it. I didn't like the song.
No, it's not. No. Don't get me wrong. In the context of this ass, it's not. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate this song.
Context of this ass.
But it could be that, like, I don't know why. Like, as soon as that harmonic thing in the beginning, it triggered something in me. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? I've heard this song before. Somehow, some way.
Maybe on the same record.
Yeah.
But you can't always have it your way.
Huh?
You can't always have your way.
Nice.
There
Good
we
job,
go.
dude.
See, those ones are easy. It's just when he's doing a full sentence, it's really hard to, get it.
Oh, how about...
My wife just tells me, she goes...
Mom just tells me what it is?
Close. My wife just tells me like it is. How do we go with YouTube? Are you done? Fool Like You?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm done.
I'm so done.
Skyroy's Gold 2 years ago says, Jakey Lee rules. I hope Sharon gets trapped inside a burning Tesla.
Ooh.
Tell him that Jakey Lee was a great guitar player. Still is.
I will fuck you up!
How did they convince Tom Cruise to be in that movie?
With a lot of money. Well, he doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't.
It's probably just fun for him.
All right. Bear with me.
Uh-oh.
GDH 1984, 7 months ago. He goes on a bit.
Oh, no.
Are y'all ready for this?
It's a good one.
It's pretty bananas. Okay. That song's about me. Don't be a fool like me. Don't stand proud in pride. When people talk, know that you can't speak, but just listen and never downgrade. It'll get embarrassing and they will sound cocky and laugh, but don't laugh and sound superior and just let it sink in. Next thing you know, they'll be mad because you got it all together and not coming around anymore. You got a handful of new friends and a pocket full of money, and those snakes will say they think they know better than us now. They don't come around. That's because we broke the negative and hit the positive. And believe me, I know how you fantasize, if this applies. If it's just a good song, then okay. About killing your worst enemy. But killing help at all of that they can't stand. I was a bum dope fiend for years trying to help everyone. Hey, here's a gallon of liquor. Here's whatever drug you want. Here's a free bag of weed. Just go on and smoke up. Here's a bunch of pills. Pop them. People gonna take advantage. Fuck 'em. Be selfish. Make sure you got you. Fuck fake friends unless they're really your friends or family.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
Wow, that was awesome.
Right?
Oh, man.
Dude, that was so run on. Like, there's zero punctuation in that
really?
dish. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I tried to get through it, but oh my gosh. And finally, Wolf Moon 77 1 week ago says, if you don't like Ozzy, there ain't no hope for you.
In the meantime, and as usual, go fuck yourself.
I love Tom Cruise. All right, dude, we made it to the end.
Yeah.
This is Shot in the Dark. Yeah, so this was the first single released from the record. It was a top 10 hit on mainstream rock radio and became Ozzy's most successful single up to that point. So if you listened to like rock radio growing up like I did, you heard this song.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You heard this song. I liked it more than Bark at the Moon.
Yeah, I like this song a lot.
It was written by bassist Phil Susan, who had composed and demoed it with his previous band, Wildlife.
Ooh.
He then reworked it with Ozzy for this album, but Ozzy's contribution has been disputed over the years, and the song has been omitted from greatest hits releases and all that jazz.
So basically, Ozzy had like nothing to do with the song.
Well, it definitely seems like it.
Yeah.
Like you definitely. I've seen interview footage of guys like Bob Daisley and Lee Kerslig and Tommy Aldridge. These guys that sort of played session wise with Ozzy. Like they were the ones who were writing these songs. And I don't know, as far as like legal and contractually, these guys were getting omitted from credits and stuff. Is that Sharon? Is that like who's doing that? Is that her going like, well, we can't have it look like Ozzy's not a songwriter? And we know he does write lyrics. I know that he does write lyrics, like listening to interviews when he's promoting Ordinary Man. He was writing lyrics for that record. So you know he writes lyrics, but Geezer was the big lyric writer with Sabbath, which is always weird to me when the singer's not the lyricist either.
Yeah.
I think Fuel is like that.
Yeah.
Rush, another one. I don't think Geddy Lee writes a lot of those lyrics. Neil Peart, rest his soul, was the lyric writer there. So I don't know. What do you think, man?
Do I think
he's not a musician, and he's not a lyricist either, but his name is on.
Yeah.
I suppose just the melody, the delivery, the approach, arrangements, things like that.
Like I'm not sure how the whole publishing thing goes with songs. I mean, if he wrote the melody, like does that count? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it counts. I guess, like, because without melody, I mean, that's the thing that gets stuck in people's heads. It's the thing that's catchy. Ozzy's obviously got a good feel for a hook and everything. Actually, an interview with Geezer Butler was him giving Ozzy a lot of credit for the melodies and stuff, because Geezer would write lyrics, but maybe really he wasn't a singer, had no idea how to deliver them, and Ozzy was able to do that. So those classic songs like A Paranoid or War Pigs or anything like that, those are Ozzy's melodies, those classic songs. So
yeah, great.
I definitely think Ozzy's got good sense of melody, good instincts and things like that. So he's very good at surrounding himself with great musicians and songwriters.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like big time.
And he's obviously well known for having guitar players sort of coming in and out of his repertoire, like half a dozen guitar players. If Randy hadn't have died in that accident, I wonder if Randy was always going to stay with him, or was it going to be like 2-3 albums and then he's out? That seems to be the go.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, Jakey Lee did the 2 albums and he was out.
Yep.
Zach played on 3 or 4 and then he was out. So,
well, it depends on how Sharon was feeling at that time. That's what it seems like.
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe Jakey Lee and Sharon Osbourne just did not get along.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ozzy's always portrayed as
a sweetheart,
really nice guy.
Yeah, super nice guy.
And but sometimes you wonder if he can take care of himself. Sometimes, he's just,
especially with the drugs and the alcohol. Being so burnt out all the time.
I mean, making those decisions. And,
business decisions. Obviously, he needs Sharon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she was very important right in the beginning stages. I mean, she was right in the beginning of Blizzard of Oz.
Yep.
Nobody would take a chance on him. Nobody would sign him. And Blizzard of Oz is arguably one of the greatest debut albums.
Oh, it's good.
It's better than a lot of the Sabbath stuff. Post Ozzy, I don't think they put out a turd with Ozzy, in my opinion. A lot of people say, Never Say Die or any of these records he did with Sabbath. I actually like all those albums, but anything with Ozzy, I loved. Final thoughts. Oh, let's do the last couple of YouTube comments. Shot in the Dark. Andrew Cooper 5 months ago says, I used to take my uncle's cassette tape and play this in my Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin.
I mean, my wife just tells me, she goes,
Teddy Ruxpin.
I remember Teddy Ruxpin.
Did you have one?
No.
No, me neither.
They're too expensive.
They were so expensive, dude.
Yeah.
But could you imagine? Shot in the dark coming out of Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh.
I'm not creative. 10 months ago says, I don't always listen to Ozzy Osbourne, but when I do, so do my neighbors.
I was, if something comes to me.
That's a great comment. And finally, Sam, 4 years ago, says, my dog sings her own version of this. It's called Shit in the Dark, and it only happens on the carpet.
I mean, and what I've always had a problem with, like saying, trusting someone you don't know with what.
And that concludes our track-by-track review. We did it.
We did.
We got through it.
We're here.
There's only 9 songs. It wasn't too bad. The Eminem one, like this went by. Like pretty the Eminem quick. One was a lot.
Yeah.
And that was a lot.
A lot of farting, a lot of burping.
A lot of farting, a lot of burping. Ozzy, he's got that iconic voice, melody. We kind of went through it. I would say like the business side of things is probably where Ozzy's not too conscious or shrewd, or Sharon probably pushes and pulls a lot of the business side of stuff. So yeah, pulling the strings. So I'm gonna say that something like Jakey Lee getting fired by Sharon was probably her. You know,
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's never been. It was probably a money thing. I'm guessing. You know, Jakey Lee probably. You know, he's pulling for credit. He's pushing for money, and it never got it. They never gave him credit. It's weird. It's very weird. It was weird that he even wanted to do a second album, although he did say like, "Hey, man, I want a contract in front of me before I even touch the guitar." And by the time Ozzy came out of the Betty Ford rehab thing, I mean, the album was pretty much written, ready to go.
Yep. He just had to go in and sing it, basically.
Yeah, just basically had to go in and sing it. So, track by track review, we did that. Point system, there's 9 songs on it. I'm going to give...
It's hard.
It's hard. I give the album maybe a 2.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe a 2. I liked Shot in the Dark, and I didn't mind Fool Like You, but you like Never, right?
I like Never.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't like the sound of this record.
No, it was brutal.
It has not aged well.
No.
And I know maybe not a lot of albums from that era maybe do, but there was still, like, Metallica was putting out Master of Puppets in 1986. I think they opened for Ozzy on this tour, actually. So, I mean... And Master of Puppets still sounds huge and great. So it's weird, man. I don't know what went wrong. But the drums sounded like shit.
That's why I asked you if that drummer was on the other records.
Yeah,
because
Randy
I
Castillo
did not like the drums on this record at all.
No, and I mean it wasn't against his playing.
No,
he's obviously a more than competent drummer. But by the time they got to like 1991's No More Tears, the drum production was getting a lot better. But I think he played on 3 or 4 albums with Ozzy. He had died only recently, like way after he was with Ozzy. Randy Castillo died.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a heart attack, but maybe it might have been cancer or something. But so I'm going to give it like a 2. We're on the same page there.
2, and the production was just
not cool.
Not there.
Not cool. So recommendations for Ozzy, which like sonically speaking, there's like eras and guitar players. So like... You've got the Randy Rhoads era, and you've got the Jakey Lee era. You've got the Zakk Wylde era. And then after Zakk Wylde, it gets a little bit sort of wishy-washy with Gus G and guys like Joe Holmes and things like that who played on the Osmosis tour, I believe, but I don't think he recorded an album with Ozzy. So it's tough, man. I definitely lean towards the Randy Rhoads era.
Yeah.
Like I love that stuff. Like when
sounded so good.
Yeah, when you listen to Diary of a Madman, you got stuff like Believer on there. Like that's an amazing song, and everything on Blizzard of Oz, I Don't Know, and Over the Mountain, like all these great songs. So it sounded like maybe even after Ultimate Sin and Bark at the Moon, maybe Jake Lee was starting to run out of guitar ideas.
That's possible.
Like those that chug chug riff. Like, how many albums can you do that for?
There was a lot of that
because
on this one.
The next album, you've got No Rest for the Wicked, 1988, and it's Zakk Wylde. And he just brought this fresh approach to the guitar, those squeals, and like, there was no real riffs on this album. Like, you know what I mean? Like riffs.
Exactly.
There was, like, for Crazy Babies or something on No Rest for the Wicked, like, like, at least it's a riff, a memorable riff. I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of memorable riffs with this record, but
I found it hard to decipher the songs from each other sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they start out the same way. Same, chugging, like you said.
Yeah. Not a whole lot that stood out. That and maybe that's why that Fool Like You, is that what it's called? Fool Like You, that harmonic riff at the beginning is like the first. And I guess Killer of Giants has sort of a slow ballady kind of feel to it, but Shot in the Dark was by far the best song on the record. But, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
What have you been listening to all week? I honestly been listening to Ozzy.
I've been listening to Ozzy too.
Yeah. It's not just
completely honest.
Yeah, I was listening to his entire discography and enjoying the shit out of it. I loved it.
I was listening to Black Rain. Yeah. And then I guess it's the deluxe edition, and so it had some live stuff on there too.
Oh, cool!
Which was like, wow, he sounds really fucking good live, man. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
But
I've also seen some footage of him not sounding too great live.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's funny too. Actually, like when we did Eminem last week, I got a funny story about that. It's kind of off topic, but whatever. It's funny.
Okay, guy.
It's funny.
I'll just edit it.
It'll be worth it.
I'll cut it out.
Dude, when I was listening to the Eminem record, I chose the wrong one.
Oh.
It was like the Walmart version. What? So like everything was like bleeped out. Like even the word Satan was like not in there. Like,
wow.
Yeah, there was tons of stuff that was like bleeped out.
For Encore?
For Encore, yeah.
Where did you find it?
It was like when I go on my Google Play.
Oh,
right?
Okay, yeah.
It's got all of his records there, but like they'll have like 3 of the same record. You don't know if it's the deluxe one or if it's the regular one, and then I guess there's a censored one apparently.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
For you dudes that want to play it really loud, then you can play that.
What did Ass Like That sound like? Did they have ass?
I didn't get
like
to that
because
I was
ass might not be technically a swear.
Because when I was reading the lyrics along with it, I mean, obviously the lyrics have the swear words and all that stuff, and then I'm like, oh, he's not saying it. What's going on here?
That's funny.
So I had to switch albums.
Oh, I'll bet an Eminem album all cleaned up would be hilarious.
Oh, probably.
It would just be like
I should give it
and then that mother.
I should give it a whirl and see what it sounds like. Because I only got through one song. I'm like, oh shit! I got the wrong version here.
That's funny.
So it's like the Kmart, Walmart version.
Cool. So you're listening to Ozzy and the Walmart version of Eminem. Cool.
Yes.
All right. Well, we have been Check the Credits. Thanks for joining us for this Ozzy Osbourne Ultimate Sin episode. Like us, share us, do all the things that I hate the plugs. I hate doing them. I mean, it's what we want you to share it and enjoy it and get other people to like it too. But it's the shameful sort of. I feel so embarrassed when I got to go like our page and
please,
please like us and share us. But it'd be great if you could, because we want to keep. I guess we'll keep doing it anyway, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be 1 or 2 people out there.
We got nothing better to do.
All right. Until the next time.
I've made many statements about being sober. And what I can really say is sobriety sucks.
A Check the Credits podcast, a program I can only assume you've enjoyed on a radio receiver that would have been at your disposal. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And I have no idea what any of that means because I'm a broadcaster guy from the 1920s. Thank you, and good night.